Hello, everyone. Can you hear me now? I hope to stay live this time around. Alrighty. So, what I'm working on today is a brake line that is very bad on my truck. Down here, it's leaking. It's very rusty. So, I'm basically going to replace this line. Now, one thing I do want to say here is if you're thinking that this is really going to be an educational video on how to, change a brake line, that's not really so. What I'm doing right now is just actually uh, shooting the bull on a Saturday and decided to do a live stream. So I don't know if we're live or not, but here we are. And I do apologize for the couple false starts here, but I'm using a program other than Hangouts that I'm hoping to master, so it's actually not as cut and dried as Hangouts is to work with. I'm not sure if you can hear me well or not. Yep, the 5.7 TBI throttle body. And I think you can see the amount of rust that this has. It had new inner fender wells put on it and stuff, but the brake line it's toast. There's no doubt about it. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm using this camera, and I know I had a couple false starts here, but that was partially because I'm using a different program other than Hangouts. So, and this really isn't much of an educational video. This is just me out in the garage on a Saturday, just you know, bullshitting on uh, YouTube, sort of for company. But anyhow, this brake line is all no good, so might as well just make this easy. Yeah. Okay. There's where it was bad. Without a doubt. No wonder it was leaking. And the first one or two streams I tried, one was supposed to be private, and that didn't happen. So that's why that came on, because I wanted to set everything up. But here we are anyhow. Yeah, this I should do that. Um, this actually has Pennsylvania state antique plates on it, and they really don't check anything, and it doesn't need state inspection when it has that on. Um, the frame actually has a hole rotted through on this. There's some other things that really need fixed on this poor girl. I really should have taken it to the junkyard years ago, but it is. I bought this brand new in 1987. I had it till probably 2002 when I bought my Duramax. I sold this to my one friend. He put the other fenders and inner fender wells and stuff on it and ran it for about 3 years till they told him the frame was going bad. And then when that happened, um, he was going to junk it and get the scrap price for it. And the engine, it has 160 some thousand on it. The engine actually runs good. The drivetrain is all good. This thing can set, and it has. I mean, it can set for months and months and months on end. And as long as you charge the battery, this thing starts up and just it runs like a top. It really runs well. Hey Roy, how's it going? Hey Roy, you'll be interested if I decide to post it on my escapade with my 2011 Volt. I had quite an interesting experience. I'm not going to give it away in case I do post it, but it's something you'll probably be interested in. Oh boy. Break off or not? She gave a hair. Morning, TLC Bear 2. Hey Keith. Good afternoon, I guess. I guess it's afternoon. Didn't even check. Yeah, this is old school, all right. Old school, rusted, rotted. Ask Keith. Keith knows what kind of shape this poor old girl's in. So now, do I drill this out and reuse this one? Might as well. Thanks, Devin. Appreciate it. Good morning to you. Yeah, it has, but I just don't have I don't have the heart to get rid of her. Yeah, whenever I do take it out, I am just waiting for the bump that I hit when that frame snaps in half. What do you think, Keith? You think that's a pretty good possibility? But it runs good though, doesn't it? I mean, it runs good. It sounds good. It's just it's such a shame. Yeah, and I actually like the I like the um, this body style. I actually bought this when I seen in '88 they were going to the rounded body style, and that was why I bought this brand new in '87 because I wanted one of these before because I just like this better than the rounded body style. Yep, that's pretty much what I deal with. Same thing as SM8 does. All right, you guys go ahead and chat. I'm coming over to the other side of the shop here. I'll be back. I can sort of watch the chat, but we got some brand new brand new brake line for her. And the bad part about this is I can't even try and splice a piece of line in there because I got to go to its origin, which I didn't even look yet underneath it. But I got to go find that because it's I mean it has to be rotted all the way back. It's just sad. So sad. Yeah, see there's what happened to the other piece when I just sort of pulled on it. So I think I'm gonna have to go a little further with it. Hey Dan. Yeah, I actually asked someone about trying to redo this frame and all, and what he told me was he said till I get the money in this, I could find one that was redone, but that sort of defeats my purpose because then it's not my truck that I had bought. So it's one of those. Oh yeah, I was gonna run it out to the farm like that, Keith. That wouldn't have bothered me. Of course, you have the split system, so um, whichever I guess this is the front brakes, so you still have the back brakes. Yep, that's basically what I'm gonna do there, TLC Bear. I'm gonna run her till she breaks, and we'll weld her back together and keep on going. Because I mean, honestly, even though this is my antique beauty and she has the antique plates on her, um, I'm not gonna do a whole lot to it. Just try to keep it so that it's safe. Hey, one wild. I'm actually replacing a front brake line or a brake line that sort of rotted out just ever so slightly. I wish duct tape would have held it because that's what you would have got. There's no doubt about it. And it runs all the way across, of course. This isn't as much as fun as what I thought. All right, I got to crawl underneath this and see where this goes. I don't know if you guys want me to keep the stream going or not. It doesn't really matter to me, but because it's gonna be rather boring. There's not going to be much to see, and other than me talking, and you may catch the swearing and the cursing and all that. Well, there is definitely one thing I could tell you. Those nice little clips that this brake line originally ran in. It may be a hillbilly hack job, but I can guarantee you that they're going to come off in pieces, and more than likely, it's not going to go back. That new brake line isn't going to go back into them. Yep. Oh man, the rust isn't any better down here. I can guarantee that. Oh, that's not good. Oh, somebody else cheated on these lines. Somebody's been here before. Well, at least it doesn't go all the way across. It goes to the proportioning valve. I do have eye protection on. I got my glasses on. Now I'm going to take them off so I can see. How does the stream seem to be doing? Is it okay? Yeah, there may be blood. Okay, good. Glad the stream is holding up. Somebody's been there before underneath there. I'm not sure if it was me or somebody else, but they didn't put these new lines that they made back in the clips either. And we do know what's going to happen here after we fix the one brake line. Another one's going to blow. So the next weakest one. Just making sure I got the right one here before I go pulling too hard. All right, folks. Yeah, it is raining. It's a pretty crappy day outside. Damp here in the garage, too. Now, that's the way it is here. I mean, I have two different Buicks out there that the frames are so rusted out. One's a 2001 and one's a 1997, and they're so rusted out, the frames, that they won't pass PA state inspection. So basically, they're going to the scrap yard, and the engine the car only has 90,000 miles on, and it's the 3800 engine, the 3.8. It runs good, but it's scrap. What else do you do with it? Ugh. Okay, TLC Bear 2, where are you at, and what do you need? Because I got a 3.1 in the 2001 and the 38 or 3800 in the other one. All right, okay, Keith. I don't know how much longer I'm going to hang out here. I mean, doesn't matter to me if anybody, if you have interest of talking. I'm not really showing a whole hell of a lot here. Just underneath the truck, trying to get this line off at the other end. Don't get pulled over, Keith. And what do you do when you have no wrench size, standard or metric, that actually fits the flare nut? I don't know if somebody else has it rounded off, because that's the first I ever touched it. Wonderful. Well, I actually have three Buicks sitting here: an '01, an '02, and a '97. The '01 and the '02 are the Centuries, and the '97 is the LeSabre. Yeah, I know. Vice grips are the next option. I know. Oh man, I don't know if I have room to get in with vice grips down there. That's the problem. How about the torch? That'd be fun, right? Ah, you say the cops wishing me luck? Good. Thanks. You know, when I get the vice grips down there, that's when the blood is gonna flow and the yelling's gonna come out. You know, sometimes the way I feel, let it burn. There are some days. You know, I knew I bought these nice snap-on vice grips for something. Yeah, one while that I actually thought about that. Probably a 6-point would fit better on it. I may do that, but I got to break the line because, of course, the only place that the line is actually good is right there at the nut. So, but yes, I know that's another option. Being that the line's good, though, it has to come off because, 5 inches away from where it's good, then it goes into the nut, then it's all rusted apart. absolute ugly spot to get to and try to get anything on. Yeah, the 2002 Chevy, that's right underneath on that side too. And that's what I had to use when I had to redo my lines on that. I had to use a crow's foot and try to get in there, and it's definitely a pain. Well, I didn't squirt that one up with weasel piss, so maybe I'll do that. Can't hurt anything, I guess, because it's not playing. I haven't had a Jack Daniels in quite a while. One while that may be on the list of things to do after this. You know, nothing should be this hard. That's all there is to it. Nothing should be this hard. It just should. I could put it on its side. Yeah, so true. If the job was easy, anybody could do it. I'd like a little gravy once in a while, though. Ah, well. Uh, oh, cool. Yeah, my brother-in-law. I keep trying to have him do an interview with me because I think he has an interesting story with a restored car. He has I think it's a 1966 or 67. I always forget Nova that he had in high school, and he actually took it and got rid of it years ago. Back in he graduated in 72, so probably a couple of years after that he got rid of it and didn't think any more about it. And back here, probably now 8 or 10 years ago, he actually saw it setting underneath someone's tree in their backyard that wasn't too far away from where he lives, right close to me here, and it's probably only about 5 miles away. He found his old car sitting underneath a tree, and the guy said he was going to restore it eventually. And my brother-in-law actually knew the guy, so he started talking to him, and he knew it was his car because somehow, ironically, he said something that was in the glove box from back in the 70s when he got rid of it was actually still in the glove box. So he was sure it was his car. So he actually bought it back, put a lot of money in it, and restored it, which I think it's a cool story. And I want him to tell it and show some of the pictures of the restoration, but he doesn't sound interested. I wanted to do a video of it, but so I can't force him to do it. I'm not sure why it is, but every job I go to do just turns out to be more than what I bargained for. Yeah, he put quite a bit of money into that Nova to get the body redone and stuff. At least what I thought was a lot of money. He has a good chunk of money in that car to restore it. Hey, Bill. Hi, Ivan. Yeah, in that round air filter. There's probably a nice squirrel's nest or mouse nest or something in that thing from sitting outside. Alrighty, folks. I think I'm gonna stop recording here because I think this is gonna start to really start pissing me off. So, I hate rust. Well, right now I'm in the actions underneath the truck trying to get a rusted flare nut from a brake line off. So that's what I'm doing. I'm underneath there. So that's what I'm busy with, and there's really no action going on. So I'm probably gonna stop the stream and yep, I will. Alrighty, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you again sometime. Take care.